What is going on, guys? Full Recaps here, and today I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to try and to do a recap of every school in the FBS, which is 132 something teams, a lot of teams to cover through the off season. So if you guys do enjoy this type of format with my YouTube channel, I'm going to try to do something in the off season because there's not really much to talk about. But yes, there is still stuff to talk about, like recruits or like news on coaches and just news in general. But I like to go through stats, and I like to go through predictions. I'm more of a stat type of guy, and just to talk about things, what I've seen, and what went wrong with the team, and what went right with the team. All right, so the first team that we are going to be talking about is one of my favorite teams, which is the Appalachian State Mountaineers. The head coach by Sean Clark. They're the conference in the Sun Belt, and of course, they are in the East Division of the Conference of the Sun Belt. This year, they did not really do so well, though they had some epic games they played in early on in the season, but then the season kind of went up and down, and of course, this year, after the season, they are not bowl eligible because they've beaten two FCS teams, and they lost pretty much a lot of close games this year. So, head coach, like I said, head coach Sean Clark, record is 6-6 overall, 3-5, tied for fourth place in the Sun Belt East. And I like to do a little slideshow, just because I think it's just easier for people to see, and it's just all the stats right here. It's going to be a short little slideshow, but the second one, like I said, the notable wins for this year was against number 6 Texas A&M, but you guys know that Texas A&M went like 5-7 this year. Not really what we all expected for Texas A&M, because we thought that they're going to be the best teams this year in college football, because they had the best recruiting classes, and then of course, all the fiasco that's going on with them off the field issues with some of the players, and then the transfer portal is going to be insane with all these players who got all that NIL deal money just to bounce out, So that game was crazy, and then they get the first time ever college game day. That was electric. That was crazy. That was awesome as a App State fan. And as you guys see, the not going to a bowl game was pretty damaging as well, in my opinion, because they lost a few games they could have won. So let's go ahead and go through the schedule. They lost to North Carolina, which is also my main team. I have family, or I didn't go to any of the schools, but these are my two favorite schools in North Carolina. I know UNC fans and App State fans don't like that, but I do like these two schools. Almost could have beaten UNC, but they lost in overtime. Or not, yeah, they didn't lose in overtime. Chase Bryce failed on a 2-point conversion to basically try to win the game. This game was insane and nuts, or tied a game. It was just wild. It was going back and forth. UNC had like a 20-point lead, and then they tied it, and it was going back and forth, and it was just like, it was insane. Like the craziest game I've ever seen in a while. And of course, they beat Texas A&M, which is mind-blowing after they just lost to UNC. And then against Troy, when they had the college game day, they literally had to throw a Hail Mary pass, which was perfectly executed with a tip ball to one of the receivers, kind of like almost like a screen pass play that was intended, and then they scored. And then, of course, they lost to James Madison. They lost to James Madison when technically they should have beaten James Madison when they had the lead, and then James Madison came back and won, and then that game was crazy. Then Citadel, they pretty much beat them badly, 49-0. Texas State, they didn't really play so well that game. I think Cam Peoples got hurt that game. Georgia State, they weren't that great this year. And then Robert Morris, FCS school, they won. Coastal Carolina, they struggled with that game and tied it. And then Coastal Carolina came back and forth. That game, Marshall, they should have beaten Marshall. Then Marshall came back and won that game. And then Old Dominion, they pretty much almost lost to them. And then Georgia Southern, they had like a 23-7 lead against Georgia Southern, and then they won in second overtime. So they've had a lot of close games this year, and they just they couldn't contribute, and therefore they're not going to bowl game. And so it's just crazy to even think about. All right, so the top 3 offensive leaders, or top 4 offensive leaders, in my opinion. I don't know why I put 3, But for offense, we have QB Chase Bryce, who's a senior this year, had a great 2 years at App State with a 62 completion percentage, 2,921 yards of passing, 27 passing touchdowns, and 6 interceptions, averaged about 8.4 yards a pass. They were actually really good on offense. Their defense this year, though, was not great at all. Nate Noel, I think he may be a senior this year. I don't know. 87 carries, 604 yards of rushing, averaged about 6.9 yards of carry, and of course 6 touchdowns as well. Cam Peoples, who was the running back number 1 this year, he had a little injuries here and there, so he didn't really get to play much, but he still contributed this year with 101 carries, 593 yards of rushing, and then averaged about 5.9 yards average, and 5 touchdowns as well. And for receiving, Christian Horn, 33 receptions, 600 receiving yards, averaged about 18.2 yards average, and of course of catch, and then 4 touchdowns. It's crazy to me that App State this year is the first time in like 7 to 8 years that they're not going to a bowl game. It's just unheard of from an App State, and App State's usually really good at football. All right, so top 3 defensive leaders. We have Nick Ross, who's a DB, 74 tackles, 2 pass defended breakups, 1 interception, and 1 forced fumble. Logan Doblin, who's a linebacker, 66 tackles, 1 sack, 2 pass deflections, and 2 interceptions. Andrew Parker, also a linebacker, 66 total tackles, 1 sack, 1 pass deflection, and 1 forced fumble. So yeah, there's your top 3 defensive players for the App State. All right, so the team stats. This is from ESPN. Passing yards on offense, 250.9, not bad at all, which is 47th in the league. Rushing yards, 204.4, 21st in the league, not bad at all. This is where Appalachian State got killed this year in football. Points for defense, or points allowed on defense, 34.9, which is tied for 22nd, and then, oh wait, no, that's on offense. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. And then points against, which is 20. They allowed 26.8 points per game, which is tied for 63rd. So that is what killed them mostly, was their defense. Their offense was good, but they're also inconsistent. And so, lastly, what went wrong with the Appalachian State Mountaineers of this year's 2023 or 2022 to 2023? Let me know what you guys think. In my opinion, it was the defense this year, and then just the games that were close that they blew, and the offense played too conservative, and then went back and forth, back and forth. The defense struggled tremendously this year, and so Sean Clark has to do something for next year to figure out what went wrong with their defense. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think about this style of format, and I might do some more stuff like this in the meantime. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry if I messed up on a lot of things. This is like the first time doing this type of way. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of what went wrong with Appalachian State this year. All right, guys. Full recaps here. Have a great day. Peace out.